Hey drummers, hope you're doing well. Shout out to all the superstar channel members of this channel who are working on this and ask about this all the time. This is that beautiful thing that starts to come in around the grade 2 level as you continue your drumming journey, where you start opening and closing the hi-hat like within a groove by lifting up the foot, which is your foot, which is resting on the hi-hat pedal. You lift it up. You can lift it up for more than one hit, but in this case, we're going to look at 3 grooves around the grade 2 level that will help us develop our skill of opening and closing that hi-hat. The old P soup, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, P soup. I'll do the basic version now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, P soup. And 2 and 3 and 4, P soup. And 2 and 3 and 4, P soup. That kind of sound, right? Typically, I would say in the first case, I'd recommend doing this with like a heel down technique. Let me move so you can see my foot clearly. So here's my left foot on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Can you see how I'm lifting my foot up as I'm striking the hi-hat? In this case, on the and of beat 4, and then I'm closing it, putting my foot down on beat 1. So the point is, and this is something people ask about a lot when they're starting off with this, yes, you hit it as you're opening it. I suppose when it really boils down to it, you're slightly opening it before, but don't worry about that. If you think of it as opening it as you hit it, it'll work fine. And then when you close it, and you still hit it. So in other words, your hi-hat stick just keeps ticking along. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. See how my right stick here just keeps going up, down. 3 and 4, up, down. Right, so here we are, 3 grooves at the grade 2 level that will get you going with this, help you have some fun and develop this skill. With all these things, obviously our ultimate aim is to get to the point of being able to open it where we need to play particular grooves or to be creative with it, to come up with our own parts that involve opening and closing the hi-hat, potentially improvise with it on the fly and still sound good. That's the aim of sort of all the techniques we use, I would say. Okay, first one, Knock on Wood from Trinity Rock and Pop Grade 2, goes like this. So this is just a moment from Knock on Wood Grade 2, it isn't the main groove from the song. So here we're doing exactly that thing I was just doing of playing a relatively straightforward rock beat, but we're opening the hi-hat on the and of beat 4 in the fashion I was just showing. So this one, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 bass drum, then 2 bass drums, up, down. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. The reason I think this place is a really good place to start, this place in the bar with the open close hi-hat, is both your feet are coming up together on the and of beat 4 for the P, and then both your feet are coming down together for the soup. That won't always be the case. Sometimes your bass drum foot and your hi-hat foot are working against each other in opposite directions, but here they're both in unison. So it's a good place to start. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Up, down, P soup. As ever, on the channel members page just now, and I'll link to this below, click through, you'll have the notation for each of these 3 grooves and a practice along version you can slow down as much as you like, groove along with, get a feel for it, hear it out loud as you play it. Number 2 is this. This is from Just Kiss My Baby, also from Trinity Rock and Pop Grade 2. Again, it's not the main groove from the song, it's one particular moment, it's like the middle 8, the bridge goes like this. So a bit more funky. Here the hi-hat opens on the and of beat 1 and the and of beat 3. So take the bass drum away. I'll get in that position where you can see my left foot clearly again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the P, the open, is on the and of beat 1, the and of beat 3, the soup is straight after. Again, you hit it as you open it and you hit it as you close it. Here it is with the bass drum as well. 1 and 2 Now, the reason this is a bit more tricky, I would say, is your bass drum and your hi-hat are working against each other, like I was just talking about earlier. So 1 and. On the and of beat 1, bass drum is playing as your hi-hat foot is coming up. 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and. Again, check out the link below for the notation and a practice along version of that you can put on, roll around, go, you're going too fast. People cry, well, go to that practice along version, slow it down as much as you like, play along with it. That's the way. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. You can't go too slow at first. Age-old stuff. Just show your hands and your feet and your brain working together, the combinations in order. Let that set that precedent in your nervous system for those things happening. Like, teach it to yourself. Like, learn it before you perform it. Age-old principles on this channel. Don't get stuck only in performance mode. That's what a hack does. That's what a not great practicer on the drums does. Is they just try and perform things. What does a great musician do? They build it. They earn it. They start in that development mode. They teach it to themselves. Right? Don't miss out the bit where you actually learn it. And groove number 3. Really similar to that. This is the Commitments version of Mustang Sally. So not the version from grade 1 Trinity Rock and Pop where there's no open hi-hat, but the version that the Commitments play, very similar to the Wilson Pickett version. That goes like this. This is pretty similar, isn't it, in that you're playing a bass drum as you open the hi-hat. Here it comes slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and I'll go slow and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, the key move there is bass drum foot plays as the hi-hat foot comes up. I can't repeat it enough times. Go slow, get the practice along version up. Go slow, talk yourself through it. Like, say the combinations out loud. A wildly underestimated way to, is that the word? No, underrated way to practice this sort of stuff is just show it to your brain first. Again, I can only repeat, don't get stuck in performance mode when you need to be in development mode first. Here it comes. I'll do that for this groove. Hi-hat and kick. Hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat and kick, hi-hat on its own, open hi-hat and kick, closed hi-hat and snare, hi-hat. Run that a few times. That is magic. And guess what? Hardly anybody does it. People think it's a bit boring. People think they shouldn't have to do that. I don't know whatever people think. It just, people can't be bothered basically. But it's so key because there you're getting your neurology, the pathways in your head that need to light up in order. So key. Absolute dynamite. Drummers who are willing to do that, that's how you get the results. That's how you actually learn this stuff because you're not just trying to perform it, you're truly learning it from the ground up. A heroic move as far as I'm concerned in a drum practicer. So as ever, check out the link below. Like I say, on my channel members page, my Buy Me a Coffee channel members page, you get the practice along version and notation for each of these 3. Shout out as ever to all the amazing channel members. I massively appreciate your support. I hope you find the channel membership valuable. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, link below as well for doing that. Thanks again, or a million to all the people who do that. I hope you're finding it valuable. Hit me up anytime, channel members. I'm here to help. And thanks for watching as always. Really appreciate it. I hope you find this useful. Can't repeat enough times. Go slow at first, build it up, development mode first, then performance mode. Thanks so much. Cheers.